not November.
Oh, no, everybody. You caught me in a bit of a study. You see, I've noticed a bit of a formula with these Doraemon movies so far. It goes as follows. Nobita has a problem which usually involves solving up the supernatural and needs Doraemon to solve it. They go to another world to solve said problem, have a whimsical montage for the show's theme, have the villain be a grown-ass adult to kill a bunch of kids, said villains get arrested and they always end with everybody bidding farewell. Witness to say, this one better spice things up or else this is just going to be a Doraemon drinking game. State of fame. This is the third of the Doraemon movies and the last one I'm covering for Doraemon, as this most notably takes place in Africa. So join me as Doraemon becomes Dore-Sambu. You all knew this would happen. This is Doraemon 3, Nobita and the Hunt of Evil. So the movie starts off with a cute homeless dog. I said the movie starts with a cute homeless dog. What do you mean that's the dog? Hey, whatever. Opening ring related to the subject of the movie, shut down the hatch. Nobita, Suneo, and Jian are all hanging out as they talk about Africa. Two words. Professor Layton. So they realize Africa is where they want the adventure to be and force Nobita to have Doraemon help. And that's two sorts, with the first being involuntarily asking Doraemon's help, and the second is Doraemon's shocked reaction at such a request. So with the help of the personal satellite, they launch it into outer space, allowing them pictures to partake in picture research of the Africa continent. You got that idea? I'm somehow acknowledging right now. So after a swift shopping, Nobita brings the dog a sausage.
Good night, everybody!
But despite having the dog finally eat the meat, Nobita goes back home unable to take the dog. But as it turns out, the dog followed Nobita home and creature in Nobita's room! Oh. Does the formula never let them down? So, because the dog manages to fight Tamako Nobi's first, that allows Nobita to keep the flea bag. I make a joke about that, but I'm too tipsy right now. Why are you all spinning? Like melting wax statues. Meanwhile, in Nobita's dream, they indeed made it to Africa. But just as the gun miraculously disappears, where did it go? He didn't drop it. It turns out they arrived to Africa now. Oh, Nobita being awoken in the middle of the night. I'd say that calls for another shot. The next day arrives as dog-related hilarities ensue. Hey, I don't have to take this. You're a robot cat. You might as well raise me like a dog if you keep treating me like this. Okay, if you say so. So with the help of Peko, they do indeed find the right... Uh, what? How? So the next day, they leave off for adventure.
Nice hat.
Say, walking around the jungle is fun and all, but what if we somehow involved Nobita fading on paper? One minute you're talking about Doraemon, and suddenly you find yourself. Because child abuse is hilarious. The adventure continues, and when using the Cape Danger, which Gian somehow doesn't notice, it seems to be aiming for him specifically with the wild creatures. Why would, why would, why would, why, why would, why would that even be a thing? Oh God. Oh God. Oh, the abuse gets it. Last movies. Oh God, Christ!
Alright, that's 3 shots more.
So while everybody else sleeps off, enjoying the first day of adventure, Jian gets visited by a mysterious statue in his bedroom.
He's not hammered as well.
And so I guess to make this adventure more his cup of tea, Jian makes Doraemon lead behind Momotaro Dango, Small Light, Shotgun, Bamboo Copter, and Super Glove.
I would think that something you clearly don't understand about adventures. Come closer. Little closer. Little closer. Okay, you listening? You listening? Listening real good? Alright, alright. You don't just do an adventure completely wrong, dog. What are you, stupid? And the intro that usually accompanies the montage. Oh,
They end up meeting a group of African natives, complete with unflattering donut lips, making the guests feel at home during God's worship ceremony. And Jian proclaims to not be afraid of, however, the the African natives are angered to the point of chasing out the main characters. Later on, using his hat, Doraemon installs a place to stay for the night.
Hold on. I hate him.
The very next day, the gang makes major progress as a revelation is revealed.
He can talk. 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 He can talk.
I can sing.
It turns out Pickle is a prince of a kingdom of bipedal dogs with human intelligence. Thanks to the Cory Boy, they arrive at the kingdom.
which means. Oh, Neil. The dazzling sun to be down upon.
They discover and help out a young puppy by the name of Chipo that was under attack. When rescued, Chipo reveals that most of the village has been captured, so during the night they decide to free Burasasu from prison.
More like pass me a salt. And my mystery.
ありがたや黄金と一世陛下の予言が今まさに実現しようとしております。予言？なんだいそれは。一世陛下が残されたお言葉です。5000年後王国は乱れ重大な危機が訪れる。その時10人の外国人が巨人の航路を動かして国を救うと。ねえ、10人の外国人って僕たちのことかな。だって5人しかいないじゃないか。あと5人どっから来るんだろう。
You know what? I want you all to remember that scene. Put it away in the back of your brain for later. Because trust me, it is important. Might as well take a shot was establishing an element disguising it to be not important at first, but only to reveal it is in fact very important. Ugh. Ow. Oh, my head. Ugh.
So after using a gadget for non-existent food, they all fall asleep. As the group heads into their final destination, the twist is revealed again.
Time machine, time machine, time machine, time machine. Ugh.
They even come back with the gadgets that had to be dropped off earlier. How nice. I'll admit, the final battle got me a little bit nervous, even if I feel it'll just taste the over with it. The day is saved, Pico becomes the rightful ruler of the kingdom, and Doraemon and company manage to go home.
And so, of course, the ultimate staple of a Doraemon movie formula, the majesty of friendship. Which means that gives us our very last 17th son.
Many hours later.
But of course, our was not worth the hangover.
Yeah, this is the weakest one so far. From Tian's insufferable stupidity to the dog looking for adorable, and even the poor taste depiction of Africans. It wasn't funny, it wasn't creative, it pretty much acted the typical Doraemon charm, but really enough, I would have been fine with all minus the poor taste depiction of Africans if they just didn't repeat so much of the Doraemon movie formula, which it does a lot. This is why to me personally, this is the weakest one I'm personally never going back to. But in the end, it really doesn't matter since the Zoo and the first two movies are celebrated for the wealth of creativity, the vibrant characters, and the unforgettable worlds they present.
I hope you all had fun for very much. As for me, I'm laying down, my head kills me.
대마이 지상오류 대마이 지속을 하고 가기 무효